In this video, I'm going to go over the structure and content of the strength session. So what we're going to do is we're going to make 2 circuits of 4 to 5 boulders that are 1 to 3 grades below your flash grade. These boulders should be able to be done statically, that is without momentum. So all climbing is going to be slow and controlled, and all moves will be done without momentum. We're going to eliminate all high velocity movements, all limit bouldering for the strength session. And what I want you to do is really focus on curling your fingers into holds, pinching the pinches as hard as you can, maintaining tension, and isolating on holds. So every time you do a move, I want you to be able to release one of your hands and be completely static. Don't fall out of position, isolate on the holds. So I'm going to show an example of what climbing a climb normally would look like and climbing a climb during the strength phase would look like. Well, I didn't mean to cut feet there, but I think the point is still illustrated. All right, here's a bit of a close-up difference on the normal versus the strength. Keep in mind, we really want to be squeezing the pinches, curling the crimps, locking off every move, isolating on holds. I am trying my darndest to rip that hold off the wall, to press my thumbs into that pinch. Okay, so that was normal climbing, obviously. And this is how I would do that in the strength phase. Very different. I am isolating on the holds. I'm curling my fingers into every crimp. I'm locking off all the moves. I'm doing them without momentum. I'm doing them statically. That is the way that we're going to be climbing during the strength phase. So remember how I said this is going to be the structure and content of the strength session? Well, it's pretty much the structure and content of all climbing during the strength phase. That is, the bulk of your climbing is going to look like what's in this video. So most of the climbing you do during this strength phase should be on your circuit. You're going to do these boulders a lot of times. You're going to master your circuit. Any other climbing you do should be done in the same style, but the bulk of your climbing is going to be done on the circuit. So you want to master your circuit. You want to be able to do these boulders perfectly in that isolated, crimping, over gripping, over pinching style. You want to be able to own every single one of those holds and own every single one of those climbs. So with that being said, I recognize that that might not always be fun, and you're not always going to want to climb slowly and eliminate all high velocity movement. Like, it's not fun to do that all the time. So there's 3 cheat days built into the program. Take them on different weeks though, because the reason we're eliminating high velocity movement is because it will hinder the strength adaptation. I could get really into the weeds about that, but I'm just going to say that the way we're climbing is going to maximize our strength, and if we add limit bouldering into that, we're going to decrease our gains. So we're climbing in a very specific way that's going to maximize muscle recruitment and prepare for tendon stiffness and power adaptations that we're going to achieve later in the program. And I know we covered a lot in this video, so I'm just going to give a really quick recap. If you forget everything else, remember this. We are climbing slowly and in control. No momentum, isolating on holds, curling crimps, squeezing pinches. You're going to get a circuit, and you're going to master those circuits. And finally, no more limit bouldering. So climbing in this way is going to really teach your brain and body how to grab onto holds rather than just hold onto them. And it's going to teach you how to climb statically and maintain body tension. Something I didn't really talk about that much in this video is how much we're going to overload body tension. The goal is to never cut feet when you're doing these climbs. I know I cut feet in one of my examples. I'm out of practice right now, but the goal is to really overload body tension. And the underlying goal, as with a lot of the things in this program, is kind of the mental aspect. It's really difficult to change the way you climb, to eliminate limit bouldering. You're not going to be climbing at you're not going to be climbing things that are like your max grade anymore, and that's going to be really hard mentally, but there's a discipline that you gain from that that's so powerful. This has been one of the most effective protocols that I've ever implemented in myself and others, and I really stand by it. Even though it seems kind of weird and unorthodox, I truly stand by this protocol.